Obsession. Characters intro. YN, a mentally ill girl who is often mistreated by her family, fry in society. Jungkook, YN's cousin, a high-ranking member of a powerful Mafia family who is obsessively in love with her. Author's POV. YN is a 19-year-old silent and beautiful girl lives a life of isolation and negligence and constantly belittled by her family and peers due to her mental illness. She is studying in first semester of Bachelor of Art. She is not a talkative person and not friendly with anyone. She only had one friend who is now also bullies her as she doesn't have any parents. Her mental illness is start when her dad died in an accident, leaving her to face this cruel world alone. They died when she is a small girl. Their death gives her a big trauma. She becomes mute after her dad left her alone in this cruel world, and that time Jungkook's parents adopt her, but as time goes on they were become distant from her because of her not responding much to their questions. They adopt her just for the sake of the society pressure as Jungkook's dad is brother of YN's dad. Jungkook's parents never abuse her or mock her, but they just simply don't care for her. She don't talk much, only give yes and no answer, and don't talk to people around her more as they always abuse her with words and taunt, mock her all the time, says she mentally ill as she always stay at the garden in morning till afternoon and keep talking to herself. Her only solace is her cousin, Jungkook, who has always shown his kindness towards her. He treat her like his precious possession. Jungkook, however, hide a dark secret. His affection for YN is not just family affection, not as a brotherly affection. He is obsessively in love with her. His obsession grows as he watches her suffer, vowing to protect her at all costs. One evening, YN is sitting at a bench at her aunt's house staring at birds quietly. A girl named Sana who live in nearby neighborhood. She doesn't like YN as she more beautiful and quiet come towards her with her minions and surrounded her and try to irritate her or molest her. Sana's one minion says, "What a mental doing here at the garden," while touching her hair and harshly pulled her hairs, and say, "Mental people are not made for garden, they are made for mental asylum." Second minion, "You don't have tongue in your mouth, then say something, bitch." Sana, "Why are you talking like that to her? Is she deserve over words? Nah, she is just an unwanted mentally ill child." Sana mocks her by saying, "Poor YN don't have any parents from the beginning and feel sorry for you, but you have guts to seduce my oppa Jungkook. I won't leave for that. I feel pity on by knowing that you are a mentally ill girl, but now after finding out that you are seducing my oppa, I will not tolerate this anymore," saying that he gives signal to her minions to grab her hands and leg tightly so she can beat her. Her minions do the same, still YN don't react any of that and try to free herself from their hold, so she bite on of her minion's hand. Seeing that, Sana becomes angry and harshly slapped her again and again on her face and said while grabbing her hairs tightly in her grip. YN feels pain in her scalp and a painful whisper sound come out from her mouth. YN, "Aw." She scream in pain while holding her hand, try to free her hairs from her grip, but Sana more tightly pulled her hair up and again slap her while saying, "How dare you, bitch. How dare you bite my friend? I will not leave you today," saying that she pushed her harshly on the ground and sit on her stomach and punch her face and said to her minions to give her a pair of scissors. Sana, holding a scissor in her hand, and try to cut her beautiful hairs. But suddenly a dark, cold, angry voice echo in the garden. What the hell is going on here? After listening that dark voice, they all turn their head towards the sound and become shock and fear visible on their faces as they see Jungkook is standing there watching Sana and her minions abusing and bullying YN. Boiling in anger, he stepped forward carrying his dark aura around him that become more dark after seeing YN that condition as he shout in anger calling his guards. Guards take that to trash out from here. Hearing his boss command, guards rushes and drag her minions out from his mansion. Sana freeze on her spot after seeing what he's going to do with her next. She is trembling in fear as she get up from YN's stomach and step aside, try to form some word out from her mouth and try to manipulate him by saying, "Jungkook, oppa YN, try to hit me first. That's why I try to defend myself," saying that she hardly gulped down her saliva and try to protest again, but after seeing his intense dark eyes digging her skin through her soul, a chill ran down her spine as she again tried to say something, but nothing comes out from her mouth. In next second, Jungkook is tightly grab her jaw and squeeze it tightly with his big veiny hands till it make dark purple marks on her skin and dig his nails on her skin so it will be more painful to her as a result, she crying in pain and trying to free her jaw from his grip. Then Jungkook released her jaw and pushed her down on the ground harshly and sit on her stomach with his full body weight and slapped her several times till he feels satisfied. Sana, on the other hand, tried to free herself from Jungkook's grip and form some words to say, "Let me go, Jungkook, you are hurting me for this." She can't make full sentence, but Jungkook quickly shut her mouth tightly with his hand and said, "If you say one more word from your dirty mouth, then I won't think twice and kill you here. I will not hit woman, but you lose my all morals, you fucking bitch. Your tongue and you is as dirty as leech, fucking whore." In all this, YN tried push him so he didn't beat her more as she become more terrifying after seeing Jungkook's that side. She tried to interrupt his actions by she saying, "Kook, please don't beat her, it's not her fault. First I bite her friend's hands, and she is just defending her, please don't. Stop it now, Kook. I feel afraid, please stop your actions for sake of our friendship." Jungkook. After hearing her words, Jungkook quickly stopped his action and leave her and come towards YN without giving her any moment to say something. He lifts her up in his arms in bridal style and rushes in with his long and steady legs. But stop in midway without turning around. He growls at Sana in his dark, deep, cold voice. "Don't you ever dare to show me your fucking face, unless what I will do with you can't even think of it in your worst nightmare." Saying that, he walked forward holding YN securely in his arms as she hides her face in his chest. Time passes like that in Jungkook's care towards her makes her feel more secure and safe and a little happy, but other people around her is still mock and scold her. Jungkook uses his influence in the Mafia world to keep a close watch on YN, ensuring no harm comes to her. He eliminates anyone who dares to mistreat her, all while keeping his actions hidden from her. From that day, she starts receiving anonymous gifts and letters of encouragement. Jungkook's plan to divert her mind from that news and make her happy and safe were working perfectly. Now she often feels a mysterious presence watching over her, giving her a sense of fear but at the same time a sense of relief and safety also that she has never known before. She don't know this all her own cousin John, Jungkook's plan, who is madly obsessed with her. He do all these just to make her feel safe and stay away from wrong and unwanted people who want to take advantage of her innocence and politeness and can harm her in any ways. He makes sure to make her feel happy and wanted and provided by everything whatever she wants. One night, YN is sitting on her bed and watching TV suddenly when she changing the channels to see is something entertaining showing on TV. Her hands abruptly stop on a news channel showing trending news of 3 girls brutally killed by anonymous serial killer, but only one girl identity is till now identified by police. Her name is Sana. After hearing the name Sana and seeing her that condition, YN becomes shocked and terrified at same time. She put her hand on her mouth to stop her scream after seeing her brutally tortured body. YN begins to notice strange occurrences. People like Sana and her senior bullies mistreated her and molest her or suddenly disappear, and their missing news comes on TV channels. YN become curious about who is behind all this, why she helping her. Curiosity take the best of her, leads her to investigate the source of her newfound protector and unknown admirer. She is working hard to get the proof who is behind all this, but she got nothing. One day, she accidentally discovers a secret room in Jungkook's study room when she were come here to talk to Jungkook about something, but unexpectedly got to know about a secret room in his study room. Secret room. YN get inside in the room, and there she found his photos all over the walls and her paintings, and there she found a wall full of photos of those missing people. YN's POV. YN. I got shocked and afraid at the same time after seeing my so many photos and paintings there. I didn't even expect to ever find photos there. I'm stunned by this. And suddenly when I'm roaming around my eyes, I found a wall full of those missing people who got brutally killed by an anonymous serial killer, and I got freeze. They're not understanding what is going on here. YN, is Jungkook is really involved in this, saying that I close my mouth with my hands in fear and try to stop my sobs. My whole body is trembling in fear. I want to see is anything else I don't know about Jungkook. I accidentally stumble upon a wooden box that is under the table. I walk slowly towards it and take it out from there and put it on a nearby table and start searching around to find something, but there is nothing, just some letters without name. I ignore that and want to put the box down under the table thinking business letters or random letters, what else could be it but my stop in the middle way when I realized that I see a name letter there, so I took it and opened it to read those words which are imprinted on the letter from Jungkook to my princess, YN. Then it struck me in my head those same handwriting which I see in my letters that I constantly receiving with an unknown person is none other than Jungkook, my cousin, who always encourages me. Be with me in my good or bad days. Now, everything makes sense for why he is always so overly protectiveness towards me and always want to close to me, which I always think that this all is his brotherly affection but is actually his obsessive love towards me as a woman, not a sister. Now, all these things make sense. Clearly, these all are the evidence of his involvement in the Mafia world and his obsessive love for me. Seeing all that, I collapsed on the floor, trembling, my breath become uneven as I can't breathe normally as I say, "No. It can't be. You can't do this to me, Jungkook. I have to confront you." I have to say that I tried to breath normally to calm myself down as I get up from the determined to confront him. I wait for him to come home after his work. Evening. Jungkook's car stopped in front of mansion, and he stepped out of the car adjusting his luxurious coat and walk forward with his steady long legs. A servant opened the gate, and he stepped inside the mansion and walked towards his room while removing his coat, but he stopped his actions as he sensed someone else's presence in his room, so he looked around and his eyes stuck on YN, who is sitting on his sofa. He is shocked and confused because for the first time YN come in his room. This is something unexpected to him. He walked towards her and asked her in confusion, "What are you doing here, princess? Do you need something?" Saying that, he kneeled down in front of her and tried to hold her hands, but YN abruptly stand up, so in confusion he also stand up and said, "What is it, princess? Are you mad at me? Did I do something to hurt you? Tell me, princess." He feels hurt when YN doesn't hold his hand and abruptly stand up, not saying anything, just lowering her head, holding some papers in her hand. Jungkook don't understand what is going on, but he became angry and said in a little loud voice, "Princess, look at me when I'm talking to you," saying that he softly lift her face by touching her chin to face him. YN looked into his eyes with her teary red eyes and said, "Why did you do that, Kook? I trusted you so much. This is how you repay my trust, by killing those people who hurt me. This is not you, Kook. How could you, Kook? How could you do that?" YN. "Jungkook, I found out everything. The disappearances, the gifts, it was all you, wasn't it?" Jungkook, calmly, "SN. I did it all for you. To protect you." YN. Trembling, "To protect me? You killed people, Jungkook. This isn't protection, it's madness." Jungkook. Darkly, "They deserved it. They hurt you. No one hurts you and gets away with it that easily. I will make sure they will suffer as much as they make you suffer, and then I will kill them all whoever try to hurt you, my princess." YN. Showing letters to Jungkook and ask, "What is all this, Kook? You are the one who's sending me those gifts and letters. How will you explain this? Tell me, Kook." Jungkook, seeing all that, takes a deep breath and say, "Yes, I'm the one who is sending you those letters and gifts because I love you so much, my princess. You just so much meant to me," saying that Jungkook confesses his feelings from YN with little hesitation in his voice. The Mafia king Jungkook, who doesn't hesitate to kill someone, is hesitating to describe his love and obsession for her. YN got stunned by his revelation. YN. "How can you say those words so easily, Kook, when you clearly know that I'm your cousin sister? This is not right, Kook. This is wrong." Kook, saying that, she turned around back facing him and a tear rolled down her cheek, but she wipes it harshly and said, "I think you as my big brother, as my protector, as my best friend, and Yuchi. Jungkook, I can't even think about it. Don't do this to me, Kook. I'm really glad that you always stand by me, but this, it is not acceptable. And what about those people you killed?" Saying that, she turn around, looks at him in hope. Jungkook becomes shocked by knowing that she is investigate everything about him, but in next second he adjusts his emotion and composure and say, while come towards her and said in soft yet dark tone, "Now when you know everything, I don't have to hide anything from you, and from now on you are going to listen to me what I'm going to say and do. Please try to understand your Kook and give me a chance to make your life heaven. I'm doing all this just to protect you and keep you safe." YN. After listening his confession, I'm begging think about now how should I respond to this revelation. YN to herself. He is a mafia king. He can caught me anyway if I tried to run away from him, so it's better to just say him that I want some time to think about it. YN, take a deep breath and say, I want some time.